Hi guys, welcome back for another one. Maverick and I are back with another roster review. This time we're only doing one in this episode. We're just testing out a new format. Today's person is a free-to-play player mid-game looking to tackle Doom War and Dark Dimension 3. So Maverick, it's our first time reviewing Doom War. How are you feeling?
Trying to remember who was in those campaign nodes.
I had to too. I had to look them up earlier today. So all fun and games. If you guys are ready for it, you know what to do. Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So our roster we have today is for Gamer Starks 3000. Definitely someone who's a part of my community. He hangs out in my Twitch stream, and today he's asking for help with Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4. We're going to look at Dark Dimension 3 traits and give advice that work for both Dark Dimension 3 and going into Dark Dimension 4. And then Doom War, we're going to focus on the very first chapter. So we're going to give him, 15 characters he's going to have homework on. Let's get into it. All right, so we're kicking this off looking at Dark Dimension 3, starting with Global. He's already got himself set up with a Sinister and Baron Zemo. I don't know if Zemo is the first person I would have beeline for in this mix, but he's definitely setting himself up, looks like, for Ghost and Emma. He's just waiting for the uniques. And even X-23, very interesting. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's a niche pick, but I don't mind X-23 just based off of her kit. For Dark Dimension, you get the multiple attacks. She has some dodge and stealth healing, and the ability block is really nice. But DD3 Global is the biggest grind section of the entire Dark Dimension run because it's built around Phoenix, and if you don't have Phoenix, then it's going to take a little bit.
Scroll the bottom here, see what he does unlocked. So yes, he is missing Phoenix and Jubilee. So and random Red Skull missing. Of course, he hasn't been through Doom chapters yet, so I guess that makes sense. And Maria Hill not unlocked. All right, so that's what he's working with. All right, and any characters you think that maybe he's overlooking that he should use? Obviously in his top end, I'm not seeing a whole lot of heavy hitters. He does have a 6 red Black Widow that you can use in place of Nick Fury, I think, in Secret Avengers for Doom raids. At least in my opinion, that's the way I see it. I don't know how you feel about it. But if we scroll down, go ahead. I'm gonna scroll down and look for Secret Avengers.
Yeah, no, I mean, Black Widow is a nice character. I used her in Dark Dimension 4 Global on my first run. But until he gets Secret Avengers all together and he doesn't have Maria Hill unlocked. 2 stars on Captain America, Sam Wilson. I love the character. He probably needs at least 3 or 4 to really do a lot of work. So hopefully with a second strike pass, he'll get Sam up to 3, and that's somebody I would definitely consider bringing up, even as an individual character, especially with the rest of these characters. Okay. Sam's going to do a lot of tanking, and so it's going to be like the equivalent of back when you brought Thanos into Dark Dimension to kind of give energy and take a lot of hits. Sam Wilson could do the same and as a better character long term. All
right. So overall, that's the thoughts on Global. Let's move on to Cosmic, and we have Gamora. He's got a lot worked on here. We got Kestrel, Gamora, Falavel already there, Nebula not far behind. Honestly, with the amount of work he has in towards Infinity Watch, I think he's safe to drop Hela and Loki, and I don't think he even needs to worry about Minerva. He's got Moondragon, who's almost right there, and he probably doesn't have Adam Warlock unlocked yet, but just filling in Kestrel in that role. There's Surfer not far behind. It's only two stars, so I can see how that hurts. But he's got a lot of pieces here and options that work in DD3. What are your thoughts?
I mean, building Infinity Watch is never a bad idea, and it will help in Dark Dimension. Adam Warlock will make it a lot easier and sustain a lot longer, but Kestrel is a great alternate option, and he's gonna be able to do a lot more damage and have a lot more success in DD3 with Infinity Watch plus Kestrel than he would have if he was taking a different team 3 months ago. Yeah. So I mean, he's exactly on point. I would stop with the as Guardians, as you said, and move forward exactly where he's going.
Yeah, let me just check the Bombers roster who he doesn't have unlocked, see if there's anything there. Just Adam Warlock, Deathpool still a little behind, which, eventually during his campaign we'll get her unlocked. Ebony Maul not unlocked. So, I mean, overall, he doesn't really need them. I think he's doing fine with what he's working on. All right, so let's move on to his city. Interesting. He's really behind on city in general. Not point out any specific characters. We only got one G14 tune, which is anti-venom. Moon Knight, it's an interesting one, but based off the fact that he hasn't, well, we don't know how Cloak and Dagger, we do, data mine wise, we do know how they're going to be released, but we don't know exactly what that looks like at this current moment. But where's Symbiote Spider-Man? Only 3 stars on Symbiote Spider-Man. Knowing how tough City is on DD4, I am I'm speechless. I'm gonna let you talk.
I mean, I would ignore Carnage and Venom, bring up the old traditional the semi-old traditional 3-piece of anti-venom, which he's already done. Scream, he's got 5 stars on, and Symbiote Spider-Man. He's close to 4 stars, and he'll probably get Symbiote Spider-Man to 4 stars. Just even as pieces, those are going to be good. For a decent amount of time. Even outside of raids, they're gonna be helpful characters as he kind of figures out what to do next. I mean, Cloak and Dagger are going to be really significant options for him as he moves into City, especially by the time he gets to City D4.
Yeah.
Hopefully he might have Doc Ock unlocked at that point. Doc Ock is a fantastic option for that as well. And, Multiple Man, because he helps with Adam Warlock and he's going really hard in Infinity Watch. I would say Multiple Man is somebody that I would consider bringing up who can kind of have that Hela-like effect with all of the dupes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the one thing to call out, I mean, like I said, it is what it is, and what we can see on our screen and the viewers can't see right now is that Gamer Starks is currently only sitting a little above 3 million in collection power. So where he's at in the game at 3 million is not bad at all. I think you and I are used to seeing more developed rosters, and this one is probably the smallest roster you and I have reviewed to this point. And he's definitely, another thing to call out is a lot of the characters, that were like, oh man, we need this for the legendary. You should build this character, even Multiple Man, what we mentioned, and then we talk about Doc Ock for this lane. Takes Negasonic. These are all locked behind Doom War.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a good segue to go into Doom War. All right, so looking at the first 3 nodes of Doom War, the criteria is either hero mutant or hero and humans, which is, as we discovered before this, it's all of them. But I find that probably more of the solution is in the hero mutant side of things, especially when we think about Doom War and Dark Dimension. I feel like there's a lot more on this side of things than the Inhuman side. But he does need to get through these campaigns probably sooner rather than later, so he can actually get some of these exclusive characters to get some of these legendaries unlocked. So I'm gonna let you take this away with what you see currently, if it can tie into something in the future, or is this something he's just gonna have to band-aid his way through? I'll let you take the floor.
Well, I mean, he has Black Bolt. That's the one thing that you're not seeing on the screen that he has, and he has Black Bolt, and that's on the team. Just where he is at, Black Bolt's on the team.
Okay.
So realistically, it's finding the other pieces.
Okay.
X-23 is great as a solo character. She can heal herself. Has decent dodge, ability block, will work really well. And then I think, honestly, at this point, the rest of the team, because he doesn't have Phoenix, because he doesn't have Jubilee, probably for the future of his roster, needs to probably be the Dad Bros, Longshot, and Shatterstar, which he has decent stars on for somebody of his size, and then Multiple Man to fill it out with some extra synergy with X Factor. I think that's the 5. Multiple Man kind of being the protector tank. Longshot, Shatterstar, Black Bolt, and X-23 providing the damage. And then you should be able to, with that team of 5, at least get 1 star on some of those nodes to start pushing his way through. And then as he builds up those characters, he can try to get better stars on that to unlock auto.
Yeah, definitely since he's already invested in X23, multi-man, long shot, and shadow star. We've mentioned this in a couple roster reviews now, where you're going to need to build him anyways for Adam Warlock. You're just ahead of the curve if you build him now. So it definitely can't hurt. It definitely won't set his roster or his progress backwards at all for future content. So with that said, I 100% agree with you. Let's move on to the next three nodes. All right, so on nodes 4 through 6, it requires Hero Mystic and Guardians. Now, we did go over and look at his Guardian side, and we both saw that he has a jacked Gamora over 100K, which I was actually surprised to see her over 100K because I haven't seen anybody else on his roster that big yet. Let's double check that real quick. Did we actually see that?
My guess is he's building Infinity Watch.
Yeah, she is 6 red fully maxed. Yeah, she's a blitz character. It doesn't make sense how he's able to max her out so fast. All right, so you guys see the Jack Gamora there. So let's go back to Mystic. So I guess the point is like, what else does he put around her? And honestly, I think he has the pieces already. I don't think this is really going to be a challenge that he needs to build towards. What do you think?
Well, I mean, this is Hero Mystic, so you're missing out on Hela and Loki and Mordo and Thanos.
Yes, that's true.
But he's got Silver Surfer.
Yes.
And Silver Surfer's going to heal himself and do work. He's got a pretty decent Moon Knight that's going to help, if he lands the right debuffs.
Yeah.
If he's building specifically to get through this section, Ghost Rider is up there. It is a decent option as well. And then I would put a little bit into Doctor Strange, just to hopefully get a little bit of healing, with the ultimate, and maybe if you need to revive and get lucky that way, that might work out as well. Either that or Scarlet Witch for her special, which can balance out and provide deflect in terms of sustainability. But as it is, it's just how do I get through to get to a 1-star, just to unlock the next section. And as I build to get the auto, and Gamora's going to carry. It's just a matter of who can I get to stay upright long enough to keep them alive.
I was just curious who the character he gets, this Yellow Jacket he gets for this one.
That was 3. That was Doom War 3.
Oh, never mind. There we go. Mistakes. Oh, okay. Red Skull, which is not going to be not really a need for any kind of content, but Red Skull's there. I was just curious who it was. Obviously, I keep making mistakes on this one. I've done called villains, the good guys. But anyways, going through all the things you say, I 100% agree with you. One of the things that I guess, with the future in mind, and that, something that's going to happen for him in the near future, he's going to unlock Deathpool here very soon. I don't know what his Red Star situation is. It's not showing any Red Stars for her. But this is one where I don't think there's any harm in building her right away for this content.
Nope, I totally agree.
Yeah, so I think she could plug in there and definitely help towards the future of of his gameplay. So let's move on to the last 3 nodes we're going to cover today in Chapter 1. All right, so at home, guys, the last 3 chapters take Shield, Wave 1, Fantastic Four. We have looked through all of his teams at this point, so we just put Wave 1 up. His Fantastic Four, not built, and actually you really don't necessarily need them. Invisible Woman is a good option, but she is not built on his roster yet. Shield, we looked at them overall. They're actually in worse shape than his Wave 1 Avengers. So we have the Wave 1 Avengers up here to talk about. Obviously, he's got some work to do to get the Negasonics to help his unlock with Doc Ock. This is probably where I see he's going to have the most development, but I'll let you take it away and give your opinion on
it. Super easy. Drop Iron Man, run the other 5.
All right, easy recommendation.
You've got the synergy between Black Widow and Hawkeye. You're going to need to build a little bit of abilities up, and maybe get lucky on some red stars for Thor, so that he can do extra damage from the charges that he builds up with his retaliation attack. But I mean, this team is built around Captain America and Hulk trading taunt and healing off of the taunts and all that sort of stuff. And doing a little bit of sustain. And I think that this is the best option for what he has right now. If he had Maria Hill unlocked, that's a decent character to bring in there, but I don't think he does.
No.
So like Maria Hill is an option here for somebody that has a good Maria Hill. You can't really use Yo-Yo with Wave 1 Avengers because you lose the offense down because there's another protector on the field. So for him personally, I think the best option is going to be the Wave 1 Avengers. And I think you could talk about this. Iron Man is the most pointless of the Wave 1 Avengers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he doesn't add any value, and he like in utility wise, Hawkeye is definitely a better option. So, and Thor definitely hits harder. So, why would you run Iron Man?
Why indeed.
All right. And with that said, Maverick, any last words for him?
No. I mean, he's in a great spot for only being at 3 million. Yeah. Just continue to focus on building the characters that are going to help you unlock content, and do what you can to acquire and level up these newer characters, which we're seeing really have a major impact on the future of the game.
Indeed. And so, all right, guys, if you're interested in getting your roster reviewed, I'm going to teach you guys how right now. Are you interested in having your roster reviewed by Maverick and I in this quick format roster review, helping you out in a game mode or two? If you are, all you need to do is join my Discord. The link to that is in the description down below. Then all you need to do is find the video section, find roster reviews, and there you'll find the latest roster review application where you can submit your request to have your roster reviewed by Maverick and I in a YouTube format. So if you need help clearing any content in the game, don't hesitate, apply today. And that will do it for us on today's roster review. There will be one more coming out very soon, so please stay tuned for that one. But guys, if you want to do us a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss any other roster reviews from Maverick and I, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.